Hello, is that Rebecca?
Yeah, it is. How are you?
Hi, Rebecca. It's Alex from Lutwick Real Estate. So I thought I'd give you a call. I got past your details from our sales department. Apparently, you've just recently purchased an investment property. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we did. We're very excited about it.
Oh, so you should be. An amazing house. An amazing house. Now, they told me that you are intending on leasing this property. So I guess I just wanted to talk to you about your requirements, what you're looking for, and hopefully we can work together on it.
Yeah, great.
Have you leased a property before? Have you gone through this process? Is it the first time for you?
I haven't. My partner has.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll kind of run through hopefully everything together anyway and
Yep.
see how you guys do your thing.
Perfect.
And then I guess we'll go from there and see if there's any further questions. But I've got a couple, but I guess we'll go through them together.
We'll definitely get through all your questions. Don't worry. I guess first and foremost, what's the motivation in terms of lease? You obviously don't want to live in the place straight away. This is just for pure investment, yeah?
Yeah, we have our family home.
Yep.
So we're more than happy. We bought this one as an investment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was really no reason other than that to buy it.
Totally.
We think it's a good one to lease out. We think it'll do really, really well.
Fantastic.
We just kind of need to see what we need to do to get it ready.
Okay. Why don't I run through what we do as a property management business so you can get a feel for sort of, I guess, our style. And any questions you have, of course, make sure you feed them in.
Yeah.
But I'll take it from there. But basically, naturally, because you've bought through our agency, so we love to keep it. We already feel like we have a relationship with you. And it's Ian, yes? Your partner Ian?
Yes.
Yeah, so we feel like we've got a relationship with you and Ian, and we would like to continue that, meaning that we can keep the communication flowing nicely. We'll always be there for you, and I guess as a property management business, we like to be all-encompassing. And what that means is we want to cover everything so that you have literally nothing to worry about when it comes to the management of your property. We keep you in touch. We keep you in, I guess, in communication with us all the time, knowing what is going on, what needs to be done. If anything, we will look after all the bills. So anything that comes in for the house that needs to be looked after, we will be on top of. In terms of safety, naturally when you're renting out a property, you have to abide by all the safety protocols. That's to do with smoke alarms and gas heaters, etc. We can look after that for you.
Yeah, will you be able to send me the document with all the new legislations? I know there's quite a few changes. I think we'd like to be across that part of thing as well.
Yes, no, of course. So in terms of any legislation and when legislative changes come, we always tell you what's going on.
Great.
This is part of what I was going to run through in terms of the communication that we like to think is top of the class. Mm-hmm. You'll never be left sort of with any questions. Okay. So for example, when there are storms, etc., we like to send our clients and landlords emails just to letting them know that there's potential situations occurring, during any breaks. But specifically to our landlords, for someone like yourself, should there be any maintenance requests needing to be done, I'll be letting you know of that. As I said, we'll pay the bills and, I guess look after the property as if it was our own. Mm-hmm. We conduct routine inspections. We would do the first one after probably 4 months and then 6 monthly after that. But we can also do them on request should you be wanting more. Naturally, we need to speak to the tenant if we've tenanted the property. Mm-hmm. So that's in terms of our management of the property. And then in terms of listing. So should you come with us, and we really, really hope you do, what we would do is we'd get our professional team in, we'd make sure the house is in unbelievable condition, and then we would take photos of it, potentially do some video as well, depending on how far you would like to go with it. Mm-hmm. We think your property is beautiful and it's certainly going to rent, so let's get it looking in its best possible state. Photos, video, and then we'd market it. So in terms of marketing, we put it on our website, we put it on real estate websites as well, like realestate.com.au, etc. Mm-hmm. We've got an enormous database of people who are renting, and we would get in touch with them. We use social media as well, so it's scalable depending on what you decide, and I can certainly send you all the information about how we go about our marketing and what the costs are.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how much. Do you know roughly what that cost would be?
Oh, look, roughly it's certainly under $1,000.
Yeah.
We think we're quite affordable for what we deliver, and we like to deliver really, really high quality I'll send you some examples just so you can see the sort of work that we do. But we have an unbelievable in-house team who take great photos and video and will make sure your property really sings. But I would expect a property like yours not to be, on market for more than a few weeks. I mean, I would hope that, but certainly from what I've seen and what I know of it, and particularly what I think we can do it with it as far as our team, I think, you should have no problems tenanting that property. So in terms of marketing, I would imagine definitely under $1,000. But as I said, there are levels you can say, I would like to do this, I don't want to do that.
Okay. And I mean, obviously getting into a bit more of the nitty gritty, how much would I be able to rent the property for?
Yep, I was just about to get that. So I've done a rental appraisal, as you can see, and I'm going to send that to you so you can have a look through it as well. Just looking at other properties in the area that are comparable to yours. And we see yours sitting in the sort of $8 to $8.50 per week range. Right, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think you're on the top end of the sort of houses that are similar to yours in the area, just with the quality of it. It's a nice build and it's in really, really good condition. So, in terms of that, I'm pretty comfortable that you're sitting in that range. How does that sound to you?
That sounds fine. I mean, I'll obviously have to double check with Ian and make sure that we, financially that suits the property and suits us. But that's probably around what I was expecting, which is great.
All right, that's fantastic. Now, also, I guess if you're happy to go forward with us, I can run you through more of the agency agreement. I guess our sort of prices and any fees and associations, charges, services that we provide. Is that something do you see yourself coming with us? I mean, I'd love to work with you. I really think we can provide you with a great service and really look after your property. And if you're happy with that, I'm happy to sort of run through what we do.
Yeah, I think, for ease, it's nice to say with the company that we brought it through. I think you guys know the property really well, and know the area really well. I think it just obviously will come down to costs for us, the services that you provide, what we can rent the property for, and the fees and charges and the commission that you charge. I know you haven't mentioned that yet, but it would be great to get all of that information before we make our decision.
Of course. Well, naturally, because you bought through our agency, we like to look after the clients who've bought through us. So normally across the board we're 7%. For people who've bought through us, it's 6%. That's the commission, and you can look around. That's a fairly competitive rate when it comes to property management, particularly for the quality that we believe that we are delivering. In terms of that, that's fixed, commission 6% per year. In terms of charges on top of that, maintenance obviously is paid for by yourself. We do have a little rebate when it comes to pest control with a couple of our pest control services. That's contained in the in the agency agreement. And obviously with your property, anything to do with rates, strata fees, etc., that's paid for by you, but we would pay that on your behalf. So really it's the commission that we've discussed, and that we would sign on for the first year and then take it from there.
Great.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I definitely want to see what you send over, and have a read through that. So, I mean, I think it looks like we'll agree to appoint you to lease it out, if all looks well.
Yes, fantastic.
and Ian and I are both happy with it.
Right.
So we'll definitely, look at proceeding to fill out the necessary paperwork that you provide. Okay,
that's great. All right, well, I'll show you this now, actually, because now we've met in person, which has been wonderful. It's great to see you, Rebecca. And here is the agency agreement, as I discussed. So you can see all the fees and charges here, as we talked about on the phone earlier. So that's our commission right there. That's what we signed to. These are the terms and conditions, I guess, in terms of the fees that you pay, as you can see. There's nothing hidden there. We will always keep in touch with anything that comes up and obviously discuss things with you, particularly on the maintenance level, or any other urgent repairs, or any requests from the tenant.
Do you let us assist in deciding on who the tenant will be?
You're certainly part of the process. We've got to be very careful with the sort of people. We can't discriminate on who comes into the property, but we can certainly help make a decision based on the people we believe will look after your property best, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So yes, you are definitely part of the process, and so we're very cognizant.
It's very thorough, obviously.
It is very thorough.
Yeah.
We've got a huge database, and we are very careful. I mean, no one wants
who they are.
Well, exactly. Background checks and all that sort of stuff. It's pertinent to make sure you do all the checks with the references and whatnot. So certainly for us, we are across that. We pride ourselves on not having to kick any tenants out.
Yes, we're obviously just wanting the property to stay in its best shape, and having someone in there that will really love it and cherish it as much as we would if we were living there.
That's right.
Super important for us to kind of make sure that the right tenant's in there.
Definitely. And in terms of payment of rent, bills, etc. Obviously, your tenant will be paying water bills and that sort of things. We'll be looking after that and making sure that they're paying those. You'll pay the rates, and then of course rent. We've got a system that we use that sends out it automatically to our tenants. Yeah. Very easy system for them to pay.
Is it the same with updates for us?
Yeah, you get updated, and of course you get sent each month your updated, list of outgoings, incomings, what you got paid for your rent.
Okay.
So it's a pretty all inclusive system.
Great.
Send you the tax at the end of the year, so you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that look to you? Are you happy with all of that?
It does sound really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do all the paperwork now, and then I guess
Fantastic.
you just have to win Ian over, I think.
Why don't you sign the bottom here?
I'll
sign next to you. I'll sign next to you. You sign over there. There you go. Beautiful. I'll sign here. Well, thank you so much for that. I really do believe you've got a fantastic property. I think we can do a great thing with it. I'm hopeful we'll get a tenant in within the week. I've got a couple of people in mind already who I couldn't put in another place.
Awesome.
So I'll be in touch with you and Ian.
Cool. Thank you so
much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.